It is the 200-meter butterfly final in the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Michael Phelps is just seconds into diving into the pool, and suddenly his goggles just get flooded full of water. His goggles were not on tight enough. So he is in this race, the final, and this is for the gold medal, and he cannot see a thing. But seconds into this race, and by the end of it, Michael is standing there with a gold medal around his neck, but he could not see even a single thing. How does he pull this off? In this video, if you stick around, I'm going to tell you exactly the mindset hack that Michael Phelps used to win this gold medal in this race. So Bob Bowman is one of Michael Phelps' many swim coaches. Bob made sure to not just introduce Michael to intense physical training, but also the mental training and the mental game. And as Bob likes to put it, you can't have just the hardware, you also do need the software. So it isn't long into Michael Phelps' career in his swimming that Bob is teaching him about the art of visualization, one of the many mental training tools that Michael uses and that many people around the world in sports use, everyone that's at the top of their game. This is a tool that so many people use. And it's simply this. It is us playing what we want to happen or what we expect to happen in our head before it actually occurs. And it's almost like getting to do something more than one time and prepping us for it. Now, the reason this is effective, even though it might sound odd to you if you aren't familiar with visualization, is because of this one fact. So our minds actually cannot tell the difference between something we are vividly imagining and something we actually experience in the physical world. So crazy, that's why if you think about being on a roller coaster with your eyes closed and you really visualize the full experience, you might get some of those feelings that you would get on the roller coaster. So this is something very powerful that if you aren't using already, you should use. But this isn't what made Michael win that 2008 Beijing butterfly final. So let's jump right up to the 2008 Beijing Olympics again. Michael Phelps is midway through this race and his goggles are just flooded with water. He can't see a thing. How does he pull that off? How does he win that race? So the mindset hack that Michael Phelps used to win that gold medal and win that race while his goggles were full of water was called mental contrasting. So let me tell you a little bit about how that works and how you can use mental contrasting to your benefit, just like Michael Phelps did here. What Michael Phelps had done before this race is he had actually not just used visualization how most of us are taught to use it, which would be, okay, Michael, I want you to visualize winning that gold medal. He took it a step further and visualized the worst case scenarios of the race. One of them just so happening to be visualizing what he would do if his goggles were full of water. So basically, since Michael had played this movie of the worst case scenario of his goggles being flooded with water, he wasn't just consciously trying to handle the situation in real time going, oh my shit, my goggles are full, what do I do? He visualized and went through this before, so again, his subconscious knew how to handle the scenario. He didn't have to think or do anything. He knew what to do already. I want to give credit, and if you guys want to hear more about the full story, listen to Dr. Laurie Santos' podcast, The Happiness Lab. She goes into this in much further detail. So my big question for you guys today is, how will you use this mindset hack Michael Phelps used to win the 2008 Beijing Olympics gold medal? Don't forget this mindset hack and mindset weapon you now have in your arsenal, because again, this is so much more powerful than just consciously being in a worst case scenario relating to your goal or where you want to go in life and having to consciously think of what to do. When you've used mental contrasting and played in your head how to handle this worst case scenario, you are so much more prepared and able to handle things. Huge key I want to emphasize here, which is a big lesson I've learned recently, is that this is just another example of how positive thinking is not everything. Although it is very powerful, and it's often said that positive people and positive thoughts get positive results, positive thinking cannot always do the trick alone. So I really want to emphasize that to you guys, because this is a huge lesson that I've learned, and it has really benefited me personally, taking into account that just positivity can help you, but is not gonna take you to that next level always. Also, remember that mental contrasting, it isn't just negative thinking. I don't want you guys to get that idea, but it is very strategic and effective preparation for the worst case scenario. So don't just sit there and go through all the bullshit of why something sucks or could be terrible or hard. You gotta be effective and strategic with these thoughts. So please remember that. It's not just negative thinking. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below how you plan on using mental contrasting, and hopefully it will take you to your gold medal just like it did for Michael Phelps. I will see you guys in the next video.